Hey everyone, and welcome to Bite-Sized Tactics. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Infiltrator squad, probably one of the best units that the Space Marines have on offer. Now looking at their profile, they have a 6-inch movement, a toughness of 4, a 3 plus armor save, 2 wounds per model, a 6 plus leadership, and an objective control of 1. So this is a very standard Space Marine infantry profile. The unit will consist of 1 sergeant and either 4 or 9 infiltrators, depending on the unit size. So a unit of 5 will cost 100 points, while a unit of 10 will cost 200 points. Now, when looking at the keywords and abilities, there is a lot on offer here for the Infiltrator squad. So starting with the keywords, the Infiltrators have the Infantry keyword, which is important for abilities and stratagems throughout the game. The Smoke keyword allows you to use the Pop Smoke stratagem on this unit, while the Grenade stratagem allows you to also use the Grenade stratagem in this unit as well. Finally, they do have the Phobos keyword, which may be important for transports and may be more important in some detachments. So it is in the name, but the Infiltrator squad has the Infiltrator ability, which makes this unit quite good, especially when you pair it with their inbuilt ability, the Omni Scramblers, which basically means when enemy units are set up from strategic reserves in your opponent's reinforcement step, that unit cannot be set up within 12 inches of the Infiltrator squad. The Infiltrator squad can also have some war gear abilities attached to them as well. So one Infiltrator can have a Helix Gauntlet, which gives the unit a 6 plus Feel No Pain, while another Infiltrator can have the Comms Array. So when you use a stratagem on this unit, you can roll a d6, and on a 5 plus, you get 1 command point back. All the Infiltrators are equipped with a bolt pistol, a marksman bolt carbine, and close combat weapons. And for the most part, all of these weapons have the same stats with a strength of 4, no AP, and does 1 damage. So the bolt pistol obviously allows you to shoot in combat with that pistol keyword, while the marksman bolt carbine has the heavy ability attached to it. So they can do some damage to light infantry units, but not much more than that, which shows in their first weakness that they don't have a great amount of damage output. This unit also needs to be careful of fast-moving and combat-efficient units because this unit cannot withstand combat-threatening armies. This unit doesn't have a lot of durability in the profile either, so you need to be wary of where you place them because you want this unit to be around for at least 3 turns in the game. Finally, you should also be careful of any anti-infantry weapons and any indirect weapons that may have the blast ability attached to them, as you will offer up some extra shots. So starting with the strengths, we should start with the most important one, is their ability to stop deep striking units coming within 12 inches of this unit. And this is very important to have in your backline, and possibly even in no man's land, as you can screen out such a massive area with just 1 unit. So most people normally run at least 2, so that they can screen out an entire section of the board, your entire backfield, and possibly even part of no man's land, which can be really important against some armies. Obviously, with the Infiltrator's ability as well, you can get some really good early board presence as well, and possibly allows you to score early secondary points. And if you need to, perhaps you can even set up a charge screen, but you do want to keep this unit around for at least the first 3 turns of the game so that you can stop those deep striking units. But because they do have the Infiltrator's ability, you could set them up on objectives to hopefully do those secondaries. And because your damage output isn't that great, you can just do actions instead of actually shooting your weapons at your opponent's units. And also, just being able to stop deep striking units is great for giving you time to set up your fortified objective, and also allows you to have peace of mind and not have to worry about your opponent coming from behind you with any rapid ingress or any other deep striking units, because they can completely screen those out. So there are 2 main ways to use the Infiltrator squad. So the first one would be to set this unit up in your backline to stop your opponent from being able to deep strike behind you for your first 3 turns, and then pushing forward to then do secondaries, or perhaps even deny primary or steal it back from your opponent. Or you could set this unit up in no man's land to stop your opponent from setting up units early on and potentially score you some early secondary points and allow you to set up for the game with the rest of your army. And this can be quite good as your opponent will have to deal with the infiltrators because of their ability to stop units deep striking within 12 inches of your units. Your infiltrators may not last as long, but it will also be a very annoying mission playing piece for your opponent to have to deal with early on, and it would also distract them from the other heavy hitting units that you have in your list. So starting with the leaders, there is a captain in Phobos armor, and the captain can target this unit with a free battle tactic stratagem once per battle round. Also, you could then pick up 3 Adeptus Astartes Phobos units or scout squads and then redeploy them. And this could be important for the infiltrators as you could set them up as infiltrating units at the start to zone out your opponent from allowing those infiltrating units to come closer to your line, and then just redeploy them in your backfield, and therefore you have some deep strike protection while the rest of your army pushes forward. The Lieutenant in Phobos armor would give this unit the lethal hits ability, and after the unit has shot, they can then make a normal move of up to d6 inches if it isn't in engagement range of enemy models. So the Lieutenant isn't that prominent here, as you don't really need lethal hits, and you probably don't need to be able to move after shooting. But you could use this to get back behind cover if needed. Finally, there is the Librarian in Phobos armor, probably the best leader for the infiltrators, given that the unit will gain stealth and lone operative, and this is great for their own protection, as no units can deep strike or arrive from strategic reserve within 12 inches of this unit. Units have to be within 12 inches to even be able to shoot this unit, and that allows the infiltrators to have a lot more mission play and allows them to do secondaries, which could be very important in the game. As an added bonus, it does give the unit a 4+ feel no pain against psychic attacks as well. So I do really like the infiltrator units. I really like how they allow you to play the game on your own terms so much better, and it does give you a lot of gameplay with the rest of your army as well as with this unit. And I think there's a great synergy with the Librarian and Phobos armor. So if you do love a Phobos army, you're definitely putting at least a Librarian in with 1 unit of infiltrators. Again, any unit with the infiltrator's ability are just so strong in the game right now, as it stops your opponent from move blocking you, being alpha striked with some charge screens, and it just allows you to be less vulnerable. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video and you've been enjoying others like this, feel free to like, comment, and then subscribe to the channel to help it grow. And let me know in the comments section what you think of the Infiltrator unit. I'm sure many of you, if not all of you, have either played with them or played against them by now, so you can all let me know how annoying they are to deal with or how great they are for your army.